College of the Dead, publisher of, I don't know, like 1,000 comics, more than 1,000 comics now. A lot of comics. It took a lot of years to put those out. But tonight, I'm talking to Rob about the Replicator series. I was just looking at this series. I could not believe the video. So, I mean, I'd like to introduce Rob, but this is Rob Arnold. Rob is the writer and creator of Replicator. Is that not right?
That's correct. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you. Great to meet you. I really want people to see this video first, and then we can go ahead and talk more about the book and how it came to be and your experience with comics too. But the video is just amazing. I love the animation in it.
Yeah, it needs a sound for sure. You're muted.
Sorry about that.
You're right.
Did everybody get to hear the audio or no?
No, I don't think there's no audio.
Oh, the video is so beautiful. The audio is cool too.
It was, yeah, really
actors you have doing this.
The guy, he's from Prevalent Mind Studios. You can find him on Facebook if you're looking to get something like that done.
Prevalent Mind Studios. You seem to know all the cool people. You have Aaron Alfecci and Prevalent Mind Studios.
Yeah. I don't know. Just lucky, I guess.
Because you have actual actor voices in that.
Yeah, that's one of his friends did it for him. I'm like,
let's play this in the background.
It's amazing.
Let's see if we can hear the audio now. Maybe it's better with my headset plugged in. Yeah, I can hear it. Can you hear it?
No.
You can't. Well,
no.
It's exciting for me. But that wasn't the whole point of this. So that is amazing. That is just amazing. What a great job this guy did on your video with you. And did you work with him a lot and tell him what you wanted?
No, originally I just wanted that. See the image there? I just wanted that to change from green to red, like give the impression that, it's gone from some sort of green to blood color. But he kind of just ran with it. And
so he came up with a story, and not with a story, but he took your story and essentially animated parts of your story. Holy cow!
He took bits from the first 2 issues and made that. So pretty damn impressive, really.
It's shocking. It's shocking. Yeah. The guy who did a promo video for me for College of the Dead for my book had almost nothing from me to work with, but still, and it came out great. I love how it came out too. But my God, people are talented to be able to do that.
Yeah, I know. I especially like the bit where she blinks at the end. It's pretty cool.
There's so much animation and cool touches in it, and he had an actor and oh my God.
Yeah, but it's good value too.
Yeah, very high. Oh, in terms of the cost. Well, So what's your background? Let's talk about Rob Arnold a little bit. That you put together these really cool projects.
What's my background? I'm just
Well, you don't have to tell me like every last detail, but you're my favorite color has always been yellow, and no one's ever understood that. No, nothing like that. What I mean is like, do you do production management, or have you made comics before Replicator?
No, this is my first comics. So yeah, I just want to have a crack at it. It's something I've always liked.
So you always love comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not as big as they are obviously in the US, but I grew up on like the Phantom and Judge Dredd. So yeah, and I always
Phantom, the purple guy.
Yeah, the purple guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, Fawcett. That's like really, very, very classic.
Yeah. We didn't have a huge selection out here when I was younger, so.
Sure. So you had the Phantom and you had Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Judge Dredd is like very contemporary and futuristic and stuff.
Love it. Love Judge Dredd. They're hand-me-downs from my uncle, so lucky enough to get those. Yeah.
Did you have like Simon Bisley in there and stuff, or?
No idea.
Okay. You just loved it and it was cool.
Yeah. It was cool.
I am the law. Yeah. Wow, Rob. So do you do you don't have to tell me every last thing about you, but like, where did you come from that you were like, you knew to produce really good work? Your colorist is good.
Yeah, I'm just a bit of a perfectionist. Like I only want to make comics if I can make them look good. There's no point for me making a comic that doesn't look very nice. So
because it's one thing to see something that you like, and then like, all right, I really enjoy this, and this is really cool. But to be able to discern like what is it that you like about it, and then boil that down and then replicate that into your there you go.
Yeah, I know.
Replicator. Wonder why I'm thinking about Replicator. But to replicate, to reproduce it, let's just say, in your own way with your own creative team, it's excellent. It's really excellent. So, all right, well, that's really very impressive. So, tell me about the series of Replicator. Like, what is okay. Here's our friend, Kami Mark. He's a funny guy. Like Not Daredevil, he does a series called Not Daredevil, which is a public domain parody of the original Daredevil from Lev Gleason from years and years and years ago. It's actually extremely funny, and he's a really entertaining guy. Oh, and Colonel Irwin is educating me too. Thank you, Colonel. The Phantom is the biggest selling comic in Australia. Still? It's still big? The Phantom? That's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I didn't know.
I don't know why we like the Phantom so much, but we do.
Tell me why you like the Phantom. Like, just a little quick education.
I don't know. It was just when I was younger, he seemed cool. He'd like punch bad guys and leave that skull mark from his ring on their heads. And
that is cool. Guys. I like that. I'd like to leave some skull marks on people's heads.
And he had a treehouse home. I'm like, those things when you're a kid are just too awesome to.
Does he live in a jungle? I'm picturing the jungle with Phantom in his purple.
Yeah, he lives in a jungle. He has the skull cave with all like lost treasures. Like,
does he have a lot of girls around?
He's got a wife. I can't remember her name. I'm thinking it's Diana, but I don't know if that's right.
Okay, that's very traditional.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. So the Replicator series, what's the main idea about? I was looking at your description, hey, I would do the same thing. Be like, listen, you like Jawbreakers? Okay, fine. God King, hello, buy my book, okay? That's it. And that is enough. It is enough of a reason. But you're an interesting guy. I am interested in the idea of what this is. Is this like they're making? First of all, not safe for work is just your warning because you're a nice guy from Australia saying, hey, this is not for kids.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not adult. It's not like X-rated.
No, but I mean, there's violence and gore and nudity and.
Yeah, but that's like normal comic. You know what? So I'm friends with the publisher of Valiant Comics, Fred Pierce. And I met up with him a couple of years ago in New York City. And I was talking about one of his books. I forgot which one it was. Doesn't matter. But it was violent. I'm like, Fred, and what is this? It's like heads blowing up all over the place. And he's like, Adam, it's like video games. He's like, it's teen. It's teen. You have the same. You have worse in video games. This is not a big deal. I'm like, all right. So after that, I'm like, I'm easy going about this stuff. All right. So it's not, when it says not safe for work, it just means like not safe for work to give as a gift for people's kids under teenage. Because for teens,
work usually means don't open this at work. Is generally what it means.
But that's not a selling point. So
do you reckon?
It's not a selling. Well, just the NSFW. It just I look at it and I'd be like, when I first saw it, I did think that this was an adult comic, and I was like, oh, Aaron Alfeche is playing a little bit with the naughty stuff. But it's not that. It's like if this was a movie, it would be PG probably, right?
Oh, I don't know. I reckon we'd be pushing
R.
MA.
All right, so it's like an R-rated movie. We're all adults here, except for that one of you that's listening. It's a kid. Go to bed. It's too late for you. But for the adults, it's not X-rated. It's a little mature. Look at that lovely lady in your life who has the ultimate replicator pack. All right, so let's go to really focus now. You know how I get. I'm having too much fun with my friend Robert. Robert, what is the Replicator series about?
It's set 10 years from now in London. And there's a virus that's been released into the population that's killed in the tens of millions. And two companies basically see that as an opportunity to take control of the country. So that's basically what it is. Yeah, and you've got one company that uses like mechs and crazy technology, and the other company is kind of using superpowered humans. So it's kind of like X-Men versus Ghost in the Shell.
Wow.
All right.
So the virus that gets released kills millions of people in London and the UK in general, or just London in trouble?
The UK in general.
Okay. Is the virus and if it's any of this stuff is secret, then you tell me. Like, nah, you got to read the book. But is it just the UK?
It is, yeah.
Interesting. Other countries maybe helping, not helping.
The UK gets abandoned by the rest of the world just to the severity of the virus. So they basically just washed their hands with the UK and said, nah, we can't do anything.
We're not dealing with this.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a little of that in 28 Days and 28 Days Later too, right? Where they're just like, nah, we're sectioning off this entire continent or something. Because that is what you'd have to do, sadly, if there was something so severe. It's understandable almost. All right, that's scary. And now there are a couple of corporations that see this as an opportunity.
Yep.
And what do those corporations do?
One's a private military corporation. They've been around since the 80s. The largest private military contractors in the Replicator verse.
Okay.
And they just they've been funneling all their money into research and development. So they're on the cutting edge of tech and that kind of thing. And they want to take over the country. The other is a humanitarian company.
And government has broken down.
Government's broken down.
Oh my God!
They're under military law, martial law. Sorry, and they're in small factions, just trying to defend people and in refugee camps, that kind of thing.
So people are you're just struggling for food, even.
Struggling for food, yeah, yep. Death and disease is pretty much all that awaits people in England.
It doesn't sound very nice.
But this private military company has built a city called the Sanctuary. It's a place where the disease it's disease free and people can eat as long as they're, helpful.
Interesting.
To have something to offer.
Ah, okay. So they have their own economy of sorts, but
yeah, their own whole system going on there.
Guys, sorry I can't play the video properly, but you really have to play the video. At least get the link in the description. At least listen to the video of this. You'll be totally blown away. What's the name of the company that made the video? I'm going to put it in the chat.
Prevalent Mind Studios.
Prevalent Mind Studios made the video. Yeah, because you never know. there's that comic influencers and other publishers and stuff that watch these shows that we put on, and we'd love to help the other guys out too, and maybe give them some extra work or whatnot. But that's fantastic work. So, okay, you're giving me a really good idea of what the story. Now, the significance of the title Replicator. Can you talk about that, or is it a little too secret?
I'll go into it. Basically, the main character, the whole Replicator revolves around his powers specifically. So we're not up to that in the comic series yet, but when we get there, that's kind of what his powers will be. To
replicate other human beings?
Objects, and is just so he'll take like a gun and he'll shoot the bullets from the gun, but he'll replicate the bullets. So he's got like an endless supply of bullets, and he'll shoot the bullets and he'll replicate them as they're being fired. So instead of one bullet, he'll have 2 or 4 or 8 or whatever he wants to do. He'll take a grenade. He'll throw a grenade, but it's not one grenade. It'll replicate into however many he wants. That kind of thing.
If everything kind of had a DNA to it, this guy would be able to make another copy of it.
Yeah, but he can do it out of like inanimate objects as well. So bullets, knives, guns.
So he can create something out of nothing, really create something out of nothing.
Yeah, as long as he's got a copy of as long as he's got it on him, he can replicate it.
All right, serious question. Mm-hmm. Are you a replicator?
No. Maybe.
Do you think of yourself as a replicator because you just made this incredible comic and video out of nothing?
If I was a replicator, I'd replicate Aaron and make him work on the next one.
That would be a darn good idea. So you're talking, of course, about
I'd replicate, actually.
You're talking about Aaron Elfetche, who is and was your artist on issue 2?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, he's very good. And you found him. Where did you find him?
See, I find this an interesting story. I don't know if you guys will, but
I'm already interested. I'm curious, so you got me there.
I saw a post on Facebook. I think it was a Jack Kirby tribute piece, but don't quote me. It was a tribute piece.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen his. Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
And I'm just like, hell, that is amazing. That's such a good piece. So I looked into him and looked at his photos, and he had virtually no work. And I'm looking through his gallery, and there's nothing there. I'm like, how does someone just suddenly appear with work of that quality? I'm like, that doesn't happen. Like, usually you'll find an artist and you'll see them 5 years ago, they're drawing something terrible, and then it improves slowly over time. But he was just at this high level straight away with no other history. So I'm like, what's the go? Is he like some sort of scammer or something?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right.
Where did he come from? Yeah. What planet did he travel off of?
No one just appears with that quality work, usually. And so I'm like, all right, let's see how it goes. So I'm a little bit hesitant, but I'm got him to draw that cover, which you can see on the front there. And yeah, he's the real deal.
This is the Jack Kirby piece you're referring to.
Yeah, that's it there.
I don't know if people have seen this before, but I happened to come across it the other night, and my goodness. I mean, this is someone, obviously, who loves and respects Jack Kirby, who is also highly skilled.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And just wants an opportunity to show what he can do. He's a perfect person for Comicsgate because of having that focus, the dedication, and the respect for the discipline and the self-expression of Jack Kirby. But that's okay. Yeah, I mean, anybody who's going to post that in a Facebook Kirby tribute group, they're definitely going to get some attention. There's no question.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And so, yeah, he just came out of the blue with that piece of art, and I couldn't really find anything else that he'd done. So I'm like, this is so strange. I've never seen anything like this before.
So how many pages? So you have 2 issues.
Yeah.
He did issue 2.
Yeah.
Are 1 and 2 an equal number of pages?
It's 32 on issue 1 and 28 on issue 2, I think, off the top of my head.
And those are pages of sequential art.
Yeah. And he's got he's done 2 covers as well. So
okay. That's one of the covers. That's
Yeah,
cover
that's
issue
one there,
2.
yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful in real life too. Like,
Man,
amazing.
are we friends now? Can I just speak honestly to you?
Sure.
I want to do this campaign with you again. And like, I want you fulfill this. This is great. Fulfill this. But let's make a hardcover or something and
Yeah.
take out NSFW and take out the part that says completed. We'll find somewhere else to say completed because it's true. You can't get all 3 of these ideas in a title. This is the title.
Okay.
This is the title. So if the title is Replicator graphic novel, Replicator hardcover, limited hardcover, whatever it's going to be, and then we take out the NSFW. We put it in the description to warn people. You can send one extra message saying, hey, by the way, this is 16 plus. You know, whatever you want to do, we could do that. But we have to do that because I saw this twice. I'm just telling you straight from me. Like, twice I saw this image and I was like, I don't know if I want to back this because it's not safe for work. It's adult. And like, I have no problem with looking at adult material, no matter how adult it is. But yeah, I just thought that was a part of the story because if there's like X-rated stuff in it, then which is not. There's no X-rated stuff in this. It's just like watching an R-rated movie, let's say. So we don't want to feature that so much, you know, because people only they'll glance at it, they'll see it quick. It's very hard for people to sit down and spend the time and really understand what it is that's going on. So you can get across like maybe 2 ideas. You have the art and you have the title. Between the art and the title, that has to sell it and not create any confusion. And then under there, you have your little description, which is some cool little tagline to grab them. Mine's not fantastic, but just to give you an idea, my tagline, and I paid someone to write this, believe it or not. Then I was like, all right, I edited it a little bit, but still, it's just like teachers and students fight for their lives as the dead eat everyone in sight. 140 total pages. Like, all right, that's it. That's what it is. Boom. So you just want people to be able to understand, you know, clearly what it is so that they don't, which is what you're all about. You don't want people to buy it and not know that it has certain things in it. But there's just so much we can convey, you know? So like, this is like boom, boom, and then boom. And then it's beautiful. This is such a very cool looking project. All right. So we have, I just had to say it. I apologize, but just my 2 cents. But if you want to team up on it, I'd team up on anything with you. You really have a vision for putting this stuff together. It's I'd love to see what your 5th project looks like. I can't even imagine. But this is beautiful, and you know I'm one of your backers. So this is Replicator cover of 2, and this is is this cover 2?
Yeah.
Oh, this is variant. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. So now it's time to go through the tiers, and you're going to educate. So she is not part of the deal, boys.
No, that's my wife. So
she's just smiling. She's just smiling. Okay.
Yeah.
But she's very proud of you, and she loves all this stuff, I'm sure, right?
Oh, yeah, loves it.
Yeah. So what's in the Replicator Ultimate Pack for $82?
Everything. So you've got all 4 of the covers. So number 1, the variant for issue 1 and the normal cover, and then you've got the variant for issue 2 and the normal cover. And then you've got 10 prints, limited edition art only copy of the book as well. So that's without any text.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
That's a wraparound as well. It's a beautiful book that's Aaron. So if you go back up, it's basically that first. Actually, I think it's down.
Should we end it? Maybe we should end it to featured because it's if it's so like would it be easier to describe if we go through the other ones first?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Or whatever's easiest for you. So Replicator Digital.
Yeah.
Boy, that's inexpensive. What a deal. $6. Okay. So what is this soup? This is not the level you should get, guys. You should, you got to plan on spending at least $25-$50 on a project like this. It's a gorgeous project.
Yeah, you should really get the books because they're so beautiful. The work by Aaron is it's so much better in print.
On paper.
On paper. Definitely.
All right, so just starting with describing it, and then we'll make a recommendation, and people will do whatever we tell them to, because that's how we run things. I'm from New York. All right, so that's, Replicator Digital, $6. So Replicator number 2, PDF. So what's in here?
So you get issue 1 and issue 2 PDF, about 60 pages total. Yeah. So you
60
just
pages of story and art.
Yeah.
Digital, $6. Boom. Cheap,
Yeah.
efficient, very stripped down, but that's what you need if you're going to get the absolute basic. But we could do better than that. Now let's talk about for digital, at least super digital.
Yeah. So that's got like what we just said in the normal digital, but then it's got like 150 extra pages worth of sketches,
Oh my
prints,
God.
and just heaps of different things from different artists. So
And
it's
that's only $2 more.
Yeah.
So I mean, come on, guys, seriously. Wow, an extra 150 pages of content. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Replicator 1 and 2. These are the printed comics.
Yep.
Okay, so you get the digital, the super digital,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the Replicator 1 and 2 printed comics.
Yeah, and I'll even let you choose whichever covers you want. So you've got 2 choices for each issue.
Okay, and 165 people went for that.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of attracted people. They're like, all right, I'll get the 2 comics.
Yeah, I had to do another print order. So first world problems.
Good for you. Yeah, good for you, man. This is okay, Ultimate Pack. Has this always been the featured item?
No, we had the mega packs, but they both sold out. So
okay.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Guys, you got to get this book while you can. All right, Replicator 1 and 2 comics, we got those. Replicator mega packs. So this one's not available anymore. This was $62, and just so people know what they missed out on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Just
so you had all 4 issues of the comic, but you also had a limited edition red variant as well as 10 prints on top of that.
Interesting. And the other Replicator 2 measure. Then when you say all 4 comics, you talk about variant covers, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the
2
normal and the variant
different with 2 variant. That's 4. 2 plus 2.
Yep.
It's 5. No, it's 4. Okay. Replicator Mega Pack 2. What did that have in it?
Same as the first one.
Oh, so basically you gave people the opportunity. It's like, listen, we don't have unlimited copies of this comic here.
Yeah, basically that's it. So
so that was roughly $15 US each, a little bit more because it came out like $15.50.
What was, sorry?
There were 4 comics that were $62.
5 because you've got that limited edition red one as well.
Yeah. Okay,
and then 10 prints on top of that.
And the 10. Oh my God, what a package! Yeah. It's really nice.
So,
why are people saying that you're such a good writer? So this is the first thing you wrote, and they're saying story 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. We can go through some of the prints if you want.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go.
Yeah, that review there from Soda and Telepaths was actually, I don't know if it still is, but it's the highest score they've given. So I was pretty proud of that one.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to reading this. We have 5 different covers for Replicator 2 for issue number 1 and number 3 for issue number... Oh, and 3 for number 2. Okay, so 5 different covers for issue 2.
We got two for issue 1 and 3 for issue 2.
All right, so, I don't know why that was so confusing to me. Thank you for explaining it.
No worries.
I shouldn't try to figure things out. Just let people do it for me because I get confused. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at this wraparound variant cover. River of Corpses.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So that's the River Thames in England.
Yeah.
But we've renamed it the River of Corpses because that's where they dispose of all the dead bodies.
You're not mad at England in any way, are you?
No, I lived there. I loved it. It was great.
You ruined the whole country with this story. Like they're all like, you know, if they're not dead, they're in trouble, and it's military rule.
Yeah.
Okay. And is she dead? This girl?
She. I probably should say.
All right.
Get the comics and you'll find out the first 2 issues.
Because I do ask questions that that people sometimes they accidentally tell me, and a lot of times they're like, "Hey, stop asking questions. Just buy the books." It's just interesting because you get interested in the story. when you see really cool art. This is an Aaron cover, Aaron Alfecci.
Yeah, both of the issue 2 ones are both of them.
He works all digitally, right? He doesn't work.
He does, yeah. It's a shame because I'd like to have some original art now.
Would we not? All of us would.
Yeah.
He's really good. Who's the colorist for this?
DC Alonso is the colorist.
I don't know who that is, but
and we've got Marshall Dillon. Don't know if you know him, but he's worked on letters for forever.
Okay.
And Wayward, and he's done everything, pretty much everything but Marvel and DC.
It's just more great people. You find great people.
Yeah. I mean, you want to work with the best people you can, really. So.
What a beautiful looking book. This guy. He was fat when he died.
Well, bloated from all the being in the river the whole time, I guess.
My God. Terrible. Look how cool this is. So this guy Ozdik drew the first issue.
He did, yeah. He's from Bosnia.
Wow.
And the colorist is Ross Campbell, and he's just picked up a DC gig, I think. So he's also gone places, which is good.
It's beautiful work. Really, really beautiful. Obviously, she's sick. Replicator 1, page 1. They're pointing fingers. You know how the UN gets.
Yeah.
I would think this is probably their fault, knowing the UN. But I don't want to get conspiratorial, so I'm not like that. I'm a very practical guy. Wow, look at this. This is really, really interesting stuff. So how long has issue 1 been in print?
A while. Yeah, it takes me a little while to get things done, but I'm going to ramp stuff up over the next year. So hopefully I get issue 3 underway as soon as this one finishes.
Look at these beautiful rigid mailers. You took a picture of it so people understood how you were going to deliver it. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a huge packaging geek, so I like making sure it gets the way it's meant to.
It makes a big difference, especially when people are paying a lot of money for our comics.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to get them in good condition. They need to.
Yeah.
And not everybody complains. But if one person complains, that means 10 people had a problem.
That's very true.
Right? That's life. So we got to be really, really careful. And obviously you are. This is such a terrific looking project.
Thank you.
Look at that wraparound cover.
Yeah.
Wow. How could this be your first comic? I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, like
only
I said,
criticism I could possibly come up with is the title. That's a little misleading. Like, no, it's not adult or anything. It just, this is Aaron?
Yeah, that mech above is Aaron's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
one. That's actually a free print too. So if you buy any of the physical rewards, that comes out with it as well.
Is this the first time you've put Replicator in print? Replicator 1 and Replicator 2? Or
No, I did a Replicator 1 and 2 on Kickstarter a while ago.
okay.
But I was going with Armin for about 5 of the pages, and then I found Aaron, so I just parted ways with Armin and got Aaron to redraw the whole thing. So
I've had to do that too sometimes, not with those guys in particular, but
yeah,
just sometimes usually if somebody isn't able to deliver and you can't maintain your schedule, then if somebody else amazing comes along, and it's like, you know what, it's just not the right timing.
Yeah.
What the heck is this?
So that's a character. That's by Josh Suarez. She's named Liquid, and she'll be a character coming up in a few issues down the line.
Wow. So you have
these are all prints that you get in the Ultimate Pack.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And this is Ghost. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Yeah.
And you also future issues?
Sorry?
She comes out in future issues.
Yeah. She was in the first issue. She's slightly in the second, and she'll feature more in the third as well.
So you worked with a number of different artists to put this together.
Yeah.
So it's different people added different insight to the characters, right?
Yeah.
You found that, like, in terms of the design, like, I'm sure a lot of this design for this character you visualized initially, but at the same time, once somebody starts drawing something, they get ideas as well.
Yeah. And they obviously, Clayton, who did the ghost drawings, taken that ghost to a whole new level. I just think it looks amazing.
We don't know where you started from, but
yeah,
it looks like somebody's incredibly inspired, who put a heck of a lot of time into just making it look perfect.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
Those are great people to work with, and as you showed, you put together a top-notch project, and it's good for people's futures. They have other opportunities come up because they get to be shown in their best light.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is a terrific project. So how did you do on Kickstarter? I'm just curious how you did on Kickstarter with issues 1 and 2 when you first offered them.
We had like 326 backers. So we're just short of that now. We're on 315, I think.
Okay.
316. So we're in demand now, but I just want to beat that number. So I want to get 327 backers, and then I'm just going to wrap it up.
Oh, that's right. You were messaging that you want a certain number of backers.
Yeah, that's it. Once I get
320, so you're obsessed with certain numbers and things, and like
I just want to beat it. Like, it's the first time on Indiegogo with Comicsgate, and I just want to beat it.
Damn good point you just made. You just want to beat the number. You want it to be a bigger number.
Yeah.
That's totally Comicsgate. That's very Comicsgate. You're absolutely right. I'm going to take that one back. Of course, there's a good reason for it to be 327.
Yeah.
We got to get you up to 327 so you can pull this project down. And
it's crazy because, like, I've nearly raised double the amount of what I did on Kickstarter. So
on Kickstarter, that's a good point. On Kickstarter, you raised $5,000 then?
I think it was 7.5. Yeah, but it would be probably 5,000 American. Yeah.
Okay. And now this is 9,400 American so far.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's not. It's 10,168.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's 14,854, but it's in Australian dollars, obviously. So yeah.
So you've raised more on Indiegogo in dollars.
Yeah, nearly double. Nearly double.
Did you contact your Kickstarter backers and let them know, hey, you have another opportunity to get this book again?
No, I didn't actually.
Do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Do it and say, for a limited time, we offered this on Indiegogo, and you can get it as well. And you should be able to just, like, write it once and then copy and paste it to the backers.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Take 2 hours of craziness. And how long ago was it that you offered on Kickstarter? A year or?
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, it was definitely.
As long as it wasn't like 5 years ago.
No, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, well, I did something with a different zombie project like 4 years ago. Who knows how long ago? Something like that. And we got a couple backers from there. But yeah, if it was in the last year or two, there's a good chance. And you could do it as an update as well.
Yeah.
There's an update to the campaign, and just say, we're taking on a few more backers if you wanted to get any additional copies. And just something friendly. You're a friendly enough guy. But yeah, definitely give that a shot. And let them know also that number 3 is coming. So when do you think you can offer number 3?
I really want to get it started soon, but I've got to find a new cover artist and a new sequential artist. But, the funds are there, so it's just finding someone that I'm happy with is the problem.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, you seem like you're a very nice guy, but like you said, you're very exacting. You know what you want, and you want the best work.
Yeah.
And I got to say, whatever you're doing, that's right. However you're working, keep doing it, because these books look beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And maybe after number 3, or maybe even before, you think about collecting this as a hardcover, because all the book exists. You're printing digitally right now? Meaning, you know what I mean by printing digitally.
No.
You don't print 1,000 copies at a time or something, do you?
Oh no.
Like
I did with the first issue, but
okay,
I've done it in smaller numbers the second time around.
a couple of hundred or something.
Yeah, like 300 at a time, I think.
Ah, okay.
Generally what I go for.
And are you happy with the printer you're using?
Yeah, he's good, Australian, so it's convenient. Whether I stay that way is a different story, though.
Okay.
You know?
Well, reach out in any of our groups or reach out to me on Twitter. I could give you a list of a couple of other names of other guides that some of us have used, and you could look into them. These are not signed by anyone, or are they? And I should ask you that. If you buy the printed copies, are they signed?
No, but the Ultimate Mega Packs are.
Okay. So well, the reason why I ask is there are some printers that have a capability of printing and drop shipping for you, and it's not,
it's definitely something I'll look at.
It's worth considering if you haven't promised the signature, because what's the point of sending them, to another continent or something and mailing these things all over the world when you can just give them the files and they'll print and deliver it as long as you know that they're reputable.
Yeah, it's just I like packaging them myself because I like to put wax seals on the packaging. So
that's how you get work that's at this level. Everybody
a bit nuts. So
no, I could see that about you, but I could see the results. There's some people that are nuts that wind up like climbing buildings and stuff from the outside, but then other people are just exacting, inspired, nutty, creative people that just really, really hyper focus and get the best work out of talent. And it's a really great thing to be able to produce work, get your best work, but then to have the whole team that you're collaborating with produce their best work.
Yeah.
It's a great benefit to be able to offer people. It's very rare that people get to work that way. Artists get to work on a book. I mean, they get work, they get paid, but they don't, even if they want to do a better job, sometimes the publisher, I've been guilty of this before, especially years and years ago, where it's like, look, we have a deadline, we got to get the book out, stop tinkering around with this thing, and it's like they just want to do their best work. So you're giving people a chance to do their best work, and it's a really interesting series. I'm glad I backed it. I really think everybody should back Replicator, or at least 12 of you out there, so he can hit his one crazy number. I don't know about that, but he might pull it down tomorrow, by the way. So back right away, because if he uses my Kickstarter idea, he may get another 12 backers, and everybody's out of luck.
If you look at the share screen, that's just one of the packages I packed last time.
You're proud of your crazy packing, and we will look at it. It's important to you. If it's important to you, then it's important to me. That actually is how I am with people. Oh, well, wow! You really do put a wax seal on it.
Yeah. I'm going to kick it up a notch this time as well. So see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just send it out with a wax sim. That's nice, but I'm sure you could do better than that. Your wife would be like, "Oh, who is this Adam guy? I hate him."
And this one comes out with all the printing copies as well. So that's by James Reyes. He worked on Transformers and he's worked for Marvel and DC and Image, and you know how it is.
I just think this is fantastic. I think this work is great. I think you put together a hell of a package. I hope you and I get to collaborate on something at some point. What exactly? Who knows? We'll put our heads together at some point. But I love what you're doing. I love your approach. I do think that it's a little nutty with the wax seal, but I can imagine. But when people get that, aren't they excited? Aren't they?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, when you get something in the mail you've been looking forward to, and the packaging's good, it just makes it that more exciting. So that's why I do it.
Have you heard from people? What do they say when they get it like that?
Yeah, they love it. Usually I tell them. I haven't told everyone this time, so they'll be a little bit more surprised. So should be good. That's the wraparound cover as well. So that's how it looks.
God, that's so beautiful.
Yeah. And if you get the Ultimate Pack, that comes as an A3 print as well.
All right. School us a little bit. What the hell size is A3? We don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. Let me bring it up.
Fantastic.
It's 11.69 by 16.53 inches.
So it's approximately 11 by 17.
Yeah.
What a beautiful, and it's this image that's 11/17.
Yep. Yep.
Now, does a guy like you allow this to be folded?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Adam. We're gonna need extra.
No, I'm gonna try and find like those little postal tube things and put it in. Yeah.
So we can't fold this to save a little money?
No, can't do it.
You'd love to.
Yeah, make life a lot easier, but no.
You'd love to, but that's not how you deliver things.
Yeah, no.
I don't think you should print outside of your country because honestly, it sounds like even if you have to add like $2 or $3 to the price of the retail of whatever the item is, to just know that you are making sure everything is absolutely top notch, gorgeous, has a whatever you come up with next, the wax symbol, and God knows what else you're doing.
Yeah.
But you know what you do? You make a significant difference. And I don't know what you're thinking about doing or for the future or whatnot, but you definitely have a future in publishing if that's what you're interested in doing. You just have to collaborate more with. You don't have to do business partnerships, but talk more to us, other publishers, and see what other guys are doing that works for them financially. Ask people questions. Everybody wants to help each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
that's the thing about Comicsgate. Like, I can't believe how supportive everyone is.
The thing in Comicsgate is if one of us, like if I help 2 or 3 people, it takes about a week for at least 2 of them to be doing a favor back for me in some huge way, whether it's retweeting or someone who I needed more influence with. Just for my reputation in general, as people understand my level of commitment, they understand that I'm willing to do shows for people and support other people. So there's a currency to working with the community, but it also feels good to be useful. So there's things that I know about production management and publishing comics, because I've published over 1,000 comics, that I know some of my friends don't know about. So if they don't ask, I try not to give them advice. But sometimes I almost can't resist, and I just rudely start saying, "Hey, you need to plan more for this." And then we have our own production problems. But yeah, there's a usefulness and a sense of community and enthusiasm for everyone else's success. And the other thing is we are excited about each other's success because what works for one guy, like what worked for John Malin last night, that he was able to get to 174,000 on his second book. He only did 106 on his first. And that was like a year ago. So that was like that's almost double the money. That's significantly better than the first book.
Yeah.
But that means it's not just possible for him. That means it's possible for all of us if we do the work.
Yep.
Right. So we just have to figure out what work we need to do and just be honest about just doing it and just deliver the books, deliver on our relationships in Comicsgate, deliver for our creators, make sure our creators are delivering to us because we have to actually ship these books, make sure the printer delivers, and just continue to help people. So it's all an opportunity. We just have to be focused about what we're doing, who we're going to work with, who we can help, and see when there's people of good intent that we support the people. See, this Vinny is a sweetheart. Absolute buddy. He did City of Venus, and he's got a new book, Ghostly Manor, out now. And he already delivered his book. I have it in the other room. I'm half in mind to go run and show it. But I was so excited when I got his book. I did a video, an unboxing video on it. But anyway, Absolute Buddy Loves to Learn, helping when and where we can is huge. Yeah, it makes a difference because, like I was telling you before, you had questions about either printing or pricing or production or whatever it was. We can all help each other on that. Brian, who is doing a gorgeous project called Six Gun Gorilla. The vibe in Comicsgate has always been a beautiful experience. There's true camaraderie here. Excellent spelling of the word camaraderie. I hope it's correct because it looks right to me. But Brian's absolutely right about that. And he's right that it's a rare thing in the modern age because we don't all personally haven't met, don't really all know each other. But we want to see you succeed. We want to see me succeed. Most importantly, we want to see me succeed. We want to see everybody succeed because, again, like their success is our success. And this is a great time to talk about College of Dead. Come think of it. I'll show you my project. We haven't had a chance to talk about it.
Let's
College
do
of the Dead, as I was saying before, it's a very straightforward zombie apocalypse graphic novel. It's 140 pages. The book's completely done, like yours, completely done. All the art, the story, the files are finalized. They're at the printer right now, and it's a zombie apocalypse that takes place on a college campus. The cover was colored by Kyle Ritter.
Show us some stuff.
Oh yeah, man. Is the screen on? Oh no, it's not because I have the other thing on. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Let me. All right, I had the wrong thing going. There we go. Hey. All right, I had the wrong screen on. Now it's fixed. Hopefully you can see it now. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
All right, sir. Thank you. College of the Dead. Yeah, it's completely done. It's 140 pages. It's a graphic novel. It's my zombie apocalypse universe. It's a straightforward zombie apocalypse universe. The only thing special in this universe is that there's zombies in this world, on this college campus and throughout the rest of the world. Yes, there are zombies. There's an apocalypse going on. But none of them fly. There's nothing like that. That is the big, strange supernatural element. How did their zombies get to be there? We don't get into it with the story. We're not worried about that. It's 140 pages. It's completely done. That's the cover. It was colored by Kyle Ritter, who colored Cyberfrog and is doing the really super gorgeous Starblades book right now on Indiegogo. And this is the cover to book 2. We're well into book 2, which is also 140 pages.
That's lovely.
Yeah, isn't that scary and crazy and horror?
Are you getting that colored as well?
Ethan Van Sciver was looking at it, and he's like, this is perfect as it is. You probably shouldn't color it.
It's a tough one.
Then he was like, maybe you should color it. I'm like, I don't know. Kyle can't color it because he's too darn busy with everything. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Probably yes. And then we'll probably offer a color version and then the black and white version because you can't not offer it. When we first had this, I was talking with another friend of mine who's like, oh, you should offer this where people get to have their face drawn in as one of the students. And I was going to do that. Offer a tier level where it's like, okay, you can be one of the graduation students on the cover, but it's like, I was already to start doing it. I'm like, I can't offer that because this is great the way it is. So even though you have some other likeness or something, still you can't mess up stuff that's already good. So we'll probably try to do color, and if it works out, then great. And if it doesn't look right, then we wouldn't use it.
Yeah,
gotta be right. This is Interiors of College of the Dead, book 1. The entire book is done. The whole book is 2 panels per page. We did that for storytelling effect. It reads really well. It feels like you're in a zombie apocalypse. You do get drawn into it. And the artist who did the interior,
really good.
Yeah, thanks, man. The artist who did the interior is Javier Aranda, and he has worked for some other companies as well. But he really did a beautiful job. I really like what he did for black and white. We don't have any tiers to make it color or anything like that. It's really just designed to be black and white. I'm sure the colorist could come in and do something amazing with it too. But we're really just married to black and white for the College of the Dead series. And it's great to show pages. We had some people suggest to me, like, hey, Adam, why don't you just you have more pages, show more pages. So there's more pages. There's a lot of story. And then there's all the character descriptions. The characters are really well thought out. I didn't write it. It was written by Stefan Petruka, who's written other horror and supernatural before. He's written for comics as well. He's written for Marvel. He's written for IDW and Topps Comics. He's very, very good. And he did a great job executing this. And with me, I really like to collaborate. I like to really function as the producer of the concept, work with the talent, help everybody produce. That's why I was so impressed with you, to be honest, Rob, is you really get the best work out of people. And you do by doing being meticulous, but you also do it by getting the right person for the project and letting it be organic. Letting them put their parts into it. I love that. I love the character designs you did because of the execution, but I know that the process is just so satisfying to tell them, look, I've got this robot guy and he does this and such, and he's kind of like this, but he's also like that. Let's see what you can do with it. and then they start getting creative, and they give you something that was part your idea, part their execution with creativity, and then something else, completely new and beautiful comes out of it. And I like that in all of the work that I do with people. On my tiers, our featured item is the comic book and an ash can. So the comic is a 140-page graphic novel. The ash can is a 100-page book that has 50 pages of the full script for College of the Dead Book 1 and 50 pages of the rough pencil layouts. And neither of those things are in the comic, but they're all in the ash can. And it's really like a how-to.
Yeah.
It shows people. And it's interesting because some people have reached out to me about that. They're interested in seeing, like, all right, how does this whole process come together, at least the way you guys work? And, it's full script, good rough layouts, approval of those layouts, and then we draw the book. Then there's just the regular comic. So that's $50 where you get the 100-page book of the ash can and the 140-page comic. And then there's the comic book, which is a 140-page book. And then, like you, I had that idea of, like, what if we just show the art without any lettering on it? I like that a lot. That's the art book. That's this additional 8.5 by 8.5 book, which is only available by this complete set. Some people were interested and got it. And it's 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and it's one panel per page, because this was designed to be 2 panels per page. There's just the huge original art panel with no lettering on it, and it came out really, really good. I really like how the book came out. It's 260 pages, and I'm just super excited, like you. You know what it's like making these things. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but it's just so satisfying when the book gets made.
Yeah.
Does anybody else in the chat have any questions about Replicator? Sorry, we haven't been really watching. I've been just so engrossed in this conversation. Sweetcast and Tug are great examples. These guys are just chatting a little bit. Sweetcast is a good blueprint to follow. And I don't know if you know what these guys are talking about, but here's what they're talking about, because this relates to you and it relates to all these guys as well. What they're talking about is success in Comicsgate. Like, why did your campaign do $10,000, let's say, and not $30,000 or $50,000? And there is an answer. And the answer is, well, there are a certain number of people that are tight within Comicsgate that will fund any good-looking project. And most of them are on Twitter, and you can find them on Twitter. But the bulk of the audience who spends significant money on campaigns, such as the guys who financed Jawbreakers #1 and also Jawbreakers 2, are people that know and are interested in Zach, who also follow comics, Richard Meyer, Zach, who are subscribers to his YouTube channel. So anyone who follows Richard Meyer on the on his YouTube channel, they like what he has to say about his content, but they also kind of feel like they know him. So I don't have a huge YouTube following. I was probably, we worked hard to get to the goal of $5,000, and then fortunately even exceeded a little bit. But it's a big difference when you have 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel that is tailored to you personally and also comics. So that's why Comic Artist Pro Secrets is so successful. He's got more than 130,000 subscribers. But Clint Stokey is the publisher of a book called Downcast. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Good. Let me show it to you.
Yep.
This is good that we all know about this stuff. Downcast. And for people I talk to, and look, I put off doing a YouTube channel for a long time myself, and then finally started getting into it. And he did on this book $30,000. And he closed at $26,000, and is so far at $30,700. And he's going to the printer very soon. He's going to probably close his campaign soon. I don't want to speak for Clint, but I know it's relatively soon. So how is he so successful? Well, Clint started following people on Twitter and following people in YouTube channels. And he started his own YouTube channel talking about Comicsgate people, talking about comics. And his YouTube channel is called Sweetcast, and the name of his book is called Downcast, which is almost a little confusing, but not too hard to sort out. For me, I look at it and I'm like, all right, I got a little confused early on, but then eventually I figured it out. So the point is this: is he got up to, I think, at least 2,000 subscribers before he launched Downcast, and Ethan Van Sciver knew who he was. A lot of us in Comicsgate knew who he was. I knew him as well before he launched his comic, but also just kind of met him through Twitter, and we had talked. And he did the work of building up the YouTube channel so that he had a built-in following, and then he would tell people probably a month before he launched that the book was coming, maybe 2 months before he launched, and then he had them signing up to an email list, so he could email them updates of the book starting to come out. And then by the time he was ready to launch, he was able to fund his goal. I don't know what his goal was, and I don't think you can see it so easily looking at it here, but it was something on probably in the range of $5,000-$6,000 or something like that. Not a big number, but it would have been enough for him to make the book and deliver the book. And he picked a small enough goal that he'd be able to reach it and then hopefully exceed it relatively quickly. And he was able to. And a lot of the big Comicsgate guys, and us smaller guys as well, but a lot of big guys who have done the work, who've built their channels, really like to refer to Clint and let new people like us know and say, look, guys, be like Clint, put the work in, because they told us all what to do about how to build an audience and people would be interested in you and your project. They've been telling us, the John Malins and Ethan Van Sciver, they've been telling us, go and build your YouTube channels, because there's nothing like having the YouTube channel, nothing like having that direct connection with fans, let them know who you are, know you're a sincere person, know you care about comics, especially you, by the way. And this isn't for you, this is for everybody listening to this too, just sharing the information. But especially you too, Rob, because you're an interesting guy. You're so focused. You produce such great work. You find such great talent. You know, it would have been enough if you just had Aaron Alfetch and you just ran into him and like, oh, I have one good guy. But you also have that video. You have that first book. You have these character designs. You have this special touch with all your packaging. I've never seen anybody. I've seen people do hundreds of campaigns. I don't see anybody else doing wax seals and things like that.
Yeah.
So you take it to another level. But the whole point is like, good for you, man. Good for you that you put that effort in. But a YouTube channel of 5,000 to 10,000 people, and then it's not easy to do. We're going to be doing a show to build up an audience like that. Clint and I are doing a show, I believe Thursday of next week. Well, this week now that it's Sunday, should be 9:30 p.m. EST, and we're going to talk about everything that he and me too, but it's 99% him, learned about building his YouTube channel, which should be very instructive for all of us.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And he needs more to learn too. But just things that's like, whatever basic things, hopefully a couple of good strategies, basic things that everybody could do so that we don't all have to like start from scratch and figure it out from, you know what I'm saying? Like start all over again and figure it out and learn things that if one of us in Comicsgate knows how to do it, we're going to tell the other guy. Absolutely, we will.
Yeah.
Make the work a little bit easier. Well, on that note, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you reaching out. It was so great to have you on the show.
Thanks
really great to get to know you and talk to you a little bit more as well. Really a pleasure. Guys in the chat, thank you so much for being here. I just caught my eye. There are, you lost your, okay. You've been on Antonio Bryce, haven't you? Or have you not?
No, just Malin.
Just Malin?
Yeah, I know. I started off big.
Well, there's a lot of other shows you could go on.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm gonna jump on Wenger sometime next week.
Jump all over Wenger the moment you get the chance. Just make sure he's not, or maybe make sure he is wearing his wig at the time. Just have to you got a beautiful wig. He looks great in his wig. I also would. Billy Tucci has a channel. I'll get you a list of other guys' channels that.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great guys, and there are always more channels that pop up too. But Wenger is a great one. Billy Tucci has a channel called Crowdfunding Comics, and and you just have to reach out to them as well. And we'll give you some contact email and Twitter addresses in that list. Again, so why should you recreate this list? A lot of us already have it. We're not your enemy. We're your friend. We want you to have a success. But then again, you have to maybe keep it open even if you get 12 backers.
Yeah, all right.
Start fulfilling it. You could fulfill it and then, fulfill others like in another month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wrong with that. It'll keep you involved so you get to Replicator 3. We need you to make Replicator 3 and then go ahead and a collected book or something like that. We need somebody like you, in this business producing more books and also helping people produce their best work. It's an opportunity for everyone. I did a little research on Aaron, by the way, and he is in Cebu City, the Philippines. Yeah. Very interesting. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I could talk to you all night, but I really appreciate your time. Have a great night. We're going to get you a list of more channels to go on. Everybody go back. Replicator 1 and 2, not safe for work and completed, but it's safe enough. It's just R-rated. Nothing wrong with it. Don't worry about that.
Thank you so much.
All right. It's a pleasure. Have a great night, my friend.
See ya. Bye.